You used to stop this world from spinning. Like Superman, you were the only one to find the strength in all that I was dealing with. This life like kryptonite. And if you keep me close, every minute in this hourglass you hold. Oh, 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 and when I fall to leave, will you be there when I wait to save me, babe? A superhero in your sleep. A superhero in your sleep. You called my soul when I was falling. You moved the clouds to stop me from hitting the ground. And every goal there was a meaning. For this love ain't kryptonite. And if you keep me close, every minute in this hourglass you hold. Oh, 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 and when I fall to leave, will you be there when I wait to save me, babe? A superhero in your sleep. A superhero in your sleep.
sisters keep on running. Fathers, mothers, keep on loving. Fighters, soldiers, hold your weapons and lay your back on me, lay your back on me. Brothers, sisters, keep on reaching. Fathers, mothers, keep on dreaming. Fighters, soldiers, drop your weapons and lay your back on me, lay your back on me. I don't wanna be nobody else. I don't wanna be nobody else. I keep running from myself, trying to be somebody. I don't wanna be nobody else. I don't wanna be nobody else. I keep running from myself, trying to be
And now we are only moments away from kickoff. This is the Sportiest stream, and the Cross Progression League once more returns to front center action here. This is Tier 5, this is the quarterfinals, and this is the continuation of single elimination playoffs action here. Win and move on, lose and be eliminated. Half of the teams that will represent the semifinals have already been decided. SP Multiverse, NBDA Gold. Now, which other organizations will add themselves to that list? Spartan Vipers versus Torrent Pulse will be on this stream next. On the other side of the bracket, it is Team Zero Black and NBDA Rose. We're not too far away from kickoff. We're not too far away from the match that we've been waiting for. A Tier 5 beatdown, and it is going to be a beatdown that you'll want to watch. Spartan Vipers take on Torrent Pulse. A rematch of Week 1. A rematch of the first match that these teams have played this season. The Vipers took that match 3-1, and that has been relatively reminiscent and very much true of this season so far. 6-1 the regular season matches. They have taken teams down so far in playoffs. They got themselves a bye, have not played yet. This will be their first. For Torrent Pulse, a much rockier road to travel through. After that first week loss, barely making it to the playoffs, a 3-4 record. The benefit, though, is this team has been good in playoffs. This team has performed a thorough sweep over Static's Nightmare to get to this point. Their run is not over, not done just yet, but the question's still mounting. I mean, this is a much tougher matchup, though, than Static's Nightmare could ever be, and Torrent Pulse are going to have to get used to this quickly here. For now, it looks like we're already getting confirmation. It's going to be Joey, aka Josera, Homeless Clown, as well as Scrubix will be joining in for Torrent Pulse. We'll see who joins on Spartan Vipers side, but they've got 5 players that are sure to make quite a statement here and remind us just which team won back in Week 1 of the regular season. We're only minutes away from our match beginning, our only best of 7 of the night tier, and boy, what a big one here. This is for a semi-final spot, what would be a rematch against SP Multiverse. If Spartan Vipers would able to take it, that was the only team they lost to this season, a 3-2 Game 5 defeat for Torrent Pulse. Their match against the Multiverse came in Week 7, the last week of the regular season, a 3-0 sweep loss there. So For Spartan and for Torrent, a rematch awaits them on the other side of the back in NBDA Gold. Again, playing against the winner of Team Zero Black and NBDA Rose. We'll get an answer about how that match is gone. I'm hoping by the end of the week, but again, we're not too far away from getting things going. This is again a best of 7, so I am looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Here's Chaotic, Go Next, and DJ Caleb will be the ones joining in for Spartan. So we're only a minute away here. In fact, we're 0 minutes away now. Let's get things going here. Best of 7s. This again is Tier 5 action. So these teams are here. They're ready, and they're ready to go. Let's get into the series. Torrent Pulse takes on Spartan Vipers in a best of 7. A rematch of week 1. A 3-1 win then. And so too has the season seemingly been for the Spartan Vipers side. But the question still remains, can they do it in playoffs? Regular season is one thing, playoffs is a whole nother thing. Torrent Pulse already coming off a quick 4-0 sweep win in their last match in the round of 12. Spartan Vipers looking to get their feet wet in single elimination action. Here we go! And here the goals come in! It's an early start for Clown, and Torrent Pulse already finds the nets. A ceiling shot past Go Next, and the nets left open by I2S Chaotic. Torrent Pulse, an early start. That playoff action has helped them out so far. A team that went 3-4 in the regular season. They need just about as good of a start as you can ask for here. Put the pressure on the Vipers early. Let them know you are here and you will battle for everything. Chaotic. An answer up the back wall will be followed up by DJ Caleb. Infield play cleared back by Clown. Will be Josera. Go Next, and Scrubbex right behind Torrent Pulse. Playing in the corner right now. It's gonna come down to if they can make consistent touches. A big miss on the corner though. That's gonna have been an attack for Spartan Vipers, and at this level the question's gonna come down to, really, as it always seems to be at any level, is consistency, but more so consistency in being able to make touches, threatening your opponent, letting them know that you can make a play. So often we see players, get more confidence because they recognize their opponents are not making the consistent touches, aren't able to hit the ball consistently. I think it's still, even at this point in the playoffs, that's still going to be a question of if these teams are able to kind of warm themselves up and really play consistently enough that they don't make those simple mistakes, that they don't whiff the ball when they can't afford to. It'll be a hugely crucial moment, and hugely crucial in a series like this, that your team's able to get to the ball fast enough. As long as you can consistently hit the ball, it doesn't need you need to be the best, as long as you consistently hit it, that is scary enough at this level that a lot of teams will give you respect for that. So something that's going to have to be built during the series. You don't just get that respect, you have to earn it. And right now, Spartan Vipers looking for an answer! Yeah, they'll do just that with Chaotic. Oh, dunk off the midfield line. It's Clown who was waiting. Couldn't get all of it there, and, well, you won't be feeling any humor out of that one. It's an answer for I2S Chaotic, an early answer for I2S Chaotic. Spartan Vipers have an answer, and it's 1-1 tied. Though, not giving up hope in this matchup, not even in the slightest. I mean, a win last week will prove that they are more than capable of getting a win here, and even if it is in single elimination, you beat this team, you never have to play them again. So I guess that's one of the benefits of single elimination. There aren't a lot of benefits, though, for a lot of players. You don't get extra lives, you don't get extra chances. Really, it comes down to, are you able to start the series 1? Are you able to play well when the time calls for it? It is a very, very cruel format, and one that doesn't leave itself up to a lot of room for error. It's going to be a very quick shift for a lot of teams coming off a regular season where you were guaranteed 7 matches no matter how you performed. At this point in your season, there are no guarantees you'll be here next week, and, well, Humorless Clown dives back in. Torrent Pulse on a quick counterattack, catching Spartan Vipers waiting. Just Sarah finds Clown, and it is a 2-1 lead. Both goals from Clown. Torrent Pulse looking to keep that strong start going. A lot of passing so far. Definitely a strong performance for a team again that went 3-4 in the regular season. It's not the kind of record that usually gives teams confidence in playoff matches. But Torrent Pulse proving that maybe they're just a better team when the pressure is high. Oh, or maybe I'm just cursing them better and better. DJ Caleb with an answer. Spartan Vipers didn't have to wait too long for that one. As Go Next with an infield pass. And we're seeing consistent passing from these teams. Not something I was expecting at this tier. At least this early as well, but I can't exactly say how much warm-ups these teams have had, but the passing is a very good sign for future matchups. That is not something that's exactly given to most teams. You really have to build on it. The fact that both these teams feel comfortable to find each other is really good sign. And hey, Spartan Vipers have done it again here. Chaotic with his second, but this one, really all the work of DJ Kaleb, who takes down the challenge out of Josera. That is an easy net for Chaotic. And Spartan Vipers with a important lead at this point. Their first of the series. Now just looking to hold that lead for the next 2 minutes of regulation. I'll need some crucial challenges, or maybe another goal or two to kind of guarantee that they'll be through to game 2 with a 1-0 series advantage. That's an awkward bounce though. Clown's not going to get to this one. It's a touch for Chaotic off the crossbar. Follow up for DJ Kaleb. That goes high. Scrubix getting bumped out the way, and when no challenge coming, Go Next didn't feel confident enough to take it. But Vipers would have loved for him to go there. It was a play that was really well set up. Just not enough confidence there. The 1-goal lead will stand, but you think if Spartan Vipers, and if Go Next had the willingness to go for it, they might be up by 2 at this point. Still not too concerned right now. Although that 1-goal lead is not exactly going to give Spartan Vipers any favors at this point in the game. As an infield pass will be slowly approached by Scrubix. A bit too slowly though. Spartan Vipers, who weren't exactly set up for that play, did get around to it, and now they'll be setting up on the defensive side. Will be Jacera, Kaleb, Go Next. Will be Scrubix now in for Torrent Pulse. Looking to weasel his way out of defense. Not only that, he's kept the ball with them as well. Will find Clown. He's got 2 goals this game. Off the ceiling. He's got a ceiling shot attempt. It's almost on target. Scrubix. Oh, he beamed it. Right over the crossbar and out of play. That should be free. Instead, Torrent Pulse missing the golden opportunity in game 1. Here's another chance. Clown kept out by Chaotic. And Spartan Vipers cleared away. A great chance for Torrent. All gone to the wayside. And an answer. Go Next down the field. And that may just end any and all hope that Torrent Pulse had of coming back in this game. What was an open net for Scrubix, shot above the bar. Eventually he's doing a Go Next 2-goal advantage. Spartan Vipers will be feeling a bit of fortune at the end of game 1, but this is a team that really started slow. Part of the reason I think this game felt so close was because that first half really wasn't controlled by Spartan Vipers. This team did not exactly have a very fast start. Definitely took them time to really master the elements. Going into game 2, you should not expect that same sluggish beginning that we saw from them at the beginning of this game. It's really going to come down to how you perform throughout the entirety of the 5 minutes. They're not going to start slow in game 2. That should really be a cause for concern for Torrent Pulse. As soon as this ball hits the ground, it's a 1-0 lead for Spartan Vipers, the favorites coming into the playoff bracket. Their first match in this final bracket. It's a very crucial victory. 1 of what they're hoping to be of 4 that they can take this series and advance to the semifinals. A strong start for Spartan Vipers, but as I'm sure we all know, series never really get going until we're well past game 1. Strong start, strong performance. And again, the infield passing, a real strong sign here for both these teams that they're willing to find passing plays, they're willing to keep things close. Again, though, one thing I wonder is, is how consistently are they going to make mistakes? We didn't see too many at the latter half of game 1, but I expect that we are bound to see at least a few. But now, though, as we'll venture into game 2 momentarily here, Spartan Vipers have a huge advantage. And again, especially considering that they started that first game slow. Torrent Pulse are going to need to find ways to elevate a little bit more. They are coming in as the underdogs, and clearly as underdogs, they lost this team beforehand, back in week 1, so they'll definitely need to continue to perform. I was thinking someone telling me Kaleb is Caleb, actually. That'll make sense. Although I've never seen Caleb's, anyone named Caleb spelled that way. I just thought they were talking about the rapper. I thought that was what I was referencing, but I get it. There's a couple players actually that are named DJ in Rocket League for various reasons. Well, anyways, DJ Caleb. Apparently the correct name. That would make more sense, I guess, but look, when I saw DJ Khaled, the first thing I thought of was DJ Khaled, so I was thinking of a completely different person. As here's a shot in, Caleb will take goal 1. Oh, a strong start for the Vipers here. A chip off the back wall and Scrubix. He just waited way too passive there. That is an easy shot. And at this point in your season, you cannot let teams shoot from that distance. That is far too easy, far too close, and far too makeable for any player here. That's an easy one for Spartan Vipers, and again, a team who, I said before, started slow in Game 1, not looking to do the same thing here in Game 2, looking to keep that momentum flying against Torrent Pulse. As Go Next will look for the back pass. It's a bit of an errant play, though. It will be Clown to the back wall. Caleb to Chaotic, pinched wide away. In fact, those floated even more for a few more seconds of airtime. So the Vipers once again get the ball out of defense. Force Torrent Pulse to play a little further back. DJ Caleb. Go Next. Will be played by Scrubix. As Chaotic and a bit of a heavy push there for Spartan Vipers. They'll need to get back quickly here as a rush for Torrent Pulse goes nowhere. And now a little offense for the Vipers. Not going to get very far though as Go Next mishandled the play. Will be sent down the field though, and Clown, he went for the boost there! Oh my goodness, they put it again, Torrent Pulse! And with the same consequences too. Clown left the play, took his eye off the ball, and I2S Chaotic jumps in a 2-0 lead. A jump start to the Vipers in Game 2. That is a concerning sign for Torrent Pulse. And both goals from virtually the same thing, leaving the ball off the back wall to open. Torrent Pulse, I don't know if this is them playing maybe more of a relaxed sort of game plan, but it is not working. They're leaving plays a bit too open for a Vipers team that is far too eager to jump into plays whenever they're given at least even the slight bit of opportunity to take it. Torrent Pulse should really be using that jumpiness to their advantage against the Vipers. This team will challenge so much that they're willing to essentially overcommit on offense at times to get a challenge on the ball. That's something that Torrent Pulse should absolutely be willing to challenge against here. And so far, they've done the exact opposite. They've let them go for it. You know, that kind of game plan has its merit, but not against the Vipers team who, again, is clearly eager to go, and now a little bit of room to work with. No shot taken, though, as Go Next now will follow. He's got a touch. He's still got an effort. Clown's going to keep it above the back wall, and Josera will send it away as he'll be Goomba stopped to the floor. Caleb. Chaotic now won't have the ball as Humorless Clown looked for the pass off to Scrubix. Not on the same page, though. That's going to slow down the offense quite dramatically out of Torrent Pulse. And in fact, it'll slow it down so much they don't even have another challenge incoming here. Just Sarah won't even get to it, and Go Next will clear it away. 2-goal lead stands for Spartan Vipers, and now in less than 2 minutes to go. Time's running out here on a Torrent Pulse team that gave up those goals early in this contest. Go Next now, looking for a 3-0 lead. Will watch as his play is bounced away by Clown. Scrubix. And Torrent Pulse will play the midfield. Chaotic. Sarah to the corner will be for Go Next, and he's got an opportunity. Caleb dances his way to a 3-0 lead. Spartan Vipers scoring now at this point between this game and the last. What I want to see is 4 or 5 goals unanswered. I believe it's 5. And again, with Game 1 having been such a sluggish start for the Spartan side, Game 2 proving that if they don't have that same kind of start, this is a team that can command respect out of you. And doing just that, Torrent Pulse definitely getting punched down right now. You're seeing a real difference in how these teams are competing, and again, that eagerness out of the Vipers, taking advantage of a Torrent Pulse defense that is not nearly as willing to challenge with them. As here's a chance for DJ Caleb. Will play up the back wall and a chance to score. And a goal that will come from Go Next. 4-0 for the Vipers. And at this point, it's game over for Torrent Pulse. Well, they'll have to accept a very early setback here. Skrubix. DJ Caleb. Looking midfield, cleared back by Jacera. As now a play to the midfield, pinched away, will be room for Clown. 30 seconds to go at this point. Oh, and a free shot there for Torrent Pulse. They'll be denied by Chaotic, who will keep the clean sheet going. Spartan more than happy to just keep this ball upfield and let the time do the rest of the work. I'm sure I'd love a 5th goal even more than that, but at this point it's totally unnecessary. Just playing to keep the ball away at this point. As Clown will find Skrubix. Torrent Pulse is looking for something at the end of this game. It won't happen though. DJ Caleb clears, it's hit the floor, and Spartan Vipers will jump up to a 2-0 series lead. Well, an even more dominant game than the last one. A lot less passing, but a lot more Torrent Pulse passivity. Unfortunately, I think a lot of it comes down to not even passivity necessarily, but the Vipers, who are just an eager team and willing to challenge just about anything upfield when they get the chance to. As we are getting a tactical timeout call, by the way. Torrent Pulse making the choice to call one now before this series gets out of hand. I think it's a smart decision here, and each team has one of these this series, so Torrent Pulse opting to use it now. That means that they'll get not only a minute in between games, but actually 2 minutes in between games. They'll get a little bit of extra time to talk and discuss things, so that means they'll get an extra minute, a little bit of time to try to recover this series the best way they can. Really, I think it comes down to recognizing that this Spartan Vipers team is very eager to challenge. They like to challenge early, they like to challenge pretty often. They don't really like to leave the ball with the opponents too often. That's something that Torrent Pulse, if they can recognize, can actually catch the Vipers, overcommit, and challenge too high up on the field. They haven't seen it yet, but that's definitely something that I would want them to start seeing if they are to pull back in this series, and that's something that they'll have to be able to recognize is when they can catch those overcommits. Right now it hasn't happened, and you can see the result here. At least from last game, the Vipers really did come into that thing looking good. Now it's about being able to keep moving. For them, at least, keep moving, keep implementing, keep updating their style of play. They've proven that they are quite a good team. Now it's about being able to keep things going. They haven't had any major setbacks after the very start of Game 1, and that was really more so them being off to a slow start rather than anything else. So they're looking strong. They just need to keep finding ways to elevate. Really, whenever you're in this kind of position, whenever you're in the lead in a series like this, it's not about really keeping it as it is. It's about elevating the way you're playing, finding ways to perform even better. Because at this level, some teams can elevate and take away matches by the end of it. But we'll move into game number 3 now, as timeout has expired here for Torrent Pulse. They'll only get one of those, so they've used it now, and we'll see what difference it makes going into game 3. For Spartan Vipers, though, 2 straight wins in very strong circumstances. All they're looking to do is, again, win once more. Keep things even tougher for Torrent Pulse. If they can put them down 3-0 in the series, that should be just about it for Spartan Vipers, and they've already got the opening start. Go Next catches the Torrent Pulse team on a double commit, and Skrubix with no boost really doesn't have many options. Go Next will walk on in with this one, and Spartan Vipers looking poised to keep advancing in this series a step closer to the semifinals. Again, these teams have played each other earlier this season. It was a 3-1 win for Spartan Vipers. Torrent Pulse haven't had to take the unfortunate beat down there. See how, again, they're able to find ways to get wins here, and more importantly, string wins together. At this point, when you're down 2-0 in a series, really, if you're Torrent Pulse, you would love to take these next 2 games, bring the series even, get momentum on your side. One win isn't really going to shift things nearly as much as maybe you think it would. 2 games absolutely will, though. But the Vipers aren't exactly letting that happen so easily. Go Next has doubled the lead to 2. There's just a high looping touch, and Josera paying attention to DJ Caleb off that back wall. Maybe expecting a touch there, like a drop down pass, never came. That ball just floated in, and Spartan again just continuing to cause havoc here on the orange half of the field. This will be go next. Rolling ball will be Scrubbex next to it. Taking down the field, a dribble as well will be shuffled aside by DJ Caleb. Infield. High looping touch too, so that's going to be a lot of time just resting in the air. Torrent Pulse. Not exactly in a great position with boost. They are very low. And Spartan Vipers doing a great job at taking anything that is opening up for them. That corner should be available relatively soon. We'll see who's next one to get it. Right now for Torrent Pulse though, a little more preoccupied with the ball. As Josera will send it away. Caleb to the corner. Second touch will keep it aside. It is ball for Pulse here, but the Vipers clear it back the other way, and now a chance. It's not on target. Humorless Clown, though, had to go for it there. If that ball's left to bounce off the back wall, that is surely a goal for the Spartan Vipers side, who have, again, been eager to jump into just about any play they can. Net's in front of that net. And they're still eager as well. Here goes Chaotic. Oh, a second touchdown was probably unnecessary there. Actually made it tougher for his teammates to get a rebound. And will mean that this lead stays at 2 for Spartan. As so far, no goals for Torrent Pulse, and I want to say at this point, just about 8 or 9 minutes of gameplay. Couldn't score all of last game, and I mean, their last goal in game 1 was I want to say it was close to a minute, 2 minutes out from the end of regulation, so realistically speaking here, this is definitely concerning if you are Torrent Pulse, the fact that you haven't been able to score at all. That Spartan Vipers defense has been just as willing to challenge as their offense has been. Often I think we see teams who play that over-aggressive offense only to struggle defensively, unwilling to take those chances. Spartan Vipers are just as confident back there as they are upfield. Again, that confidence really helping them out here against a Torrent Pulse team that, again, is proven they're not nearly as willing to go for the ball. And that's going to be a tougher save. Will be followed up by Josera, as will be go next. Looking to leave the ball for a teammate to take. Caleb will be the next one to go. Bumped out the way. Will still keep on moving. No shot taken though. He's going to look for the bump on Josera. And now Torrent Pulse have outplayed each other. Humorless Clown's got nothing in the tank. It will be eventually taken out there. A whiff in the midfield will open up the space for Torrent Pulse, as looking for the demo. Oh, on the line, and it's cleared off by DJ Caleb. Still no goals for Torrent Pulse at this point. As I2S Chaotic. DJ Caleb. Go next, finds DJ Caleb. And it will be Josera. Caleb again with a little bit of space to work. Chaotic again. Scrubbex. Caleb, damn it out the way, but at this point for Spartan Vipers, just need to keep that ball away from their goal. Things so far have been smooth sailing. The team that went 6-1 through the regular season. All they really need to do is make sure that they don't give Torrent Pulse any reason to find a chance back in this one. As it will be Caleb again on target! And in the back of the goal, a powerful strike. And you got a feel for Torrent Pulse, just nothing working for them so far. Even after the timeout, it has not gotten any difference and has not gotten any better for them. The Vipers, Spartan Gaming, have continuously proven just how strong of a team they have been, and just why they are such a strong opponent in this tournament. As Humorless Clown will get a goal here. I want to say the first in just about 10 or more minutes so far for Torrent Pulse. Just maybe close to 11 minutes. It's been without a goal for Torrent Pulse. They have been starved of opportunities. A long goalless streak that for Torrent Pulse will unfortunately be the mark of this middle part of the series so far. Just nothing going for them, and unfortunately, at this point now, they're down 3-0 in the series. All Spartan Vapors need to do is win once more, and Torrent's run will be over in a flash just like that. This rematch proving to be far more difficult than they were anticipating initially. We'll get another minute to talk things out, but at this point, the timeout's gone. It hasn't exactly made things any better for them. This Spartan Vipers team just far too solid to compete against right now, and you definitely understand the tough position Torrent's in. But, I mean, at this point, one more loss, their run is over, so that's it. This could be it for Torrent Pulse. And the winner of this takes on SP Multiverse in the semifinals. But at this point, I'm very concerned for this team, for the future of Torrent, because it may be ending right here. Spartan Vipers only need one more win, and they'll advance to the semifinals. Not only to the semifinals, but to the semifinals in a 4-0 sweep, proving that this team's got what it takes to play in playoffs as well. Always questions, even no matter how good you are, about how you can perform in a bracket, even a bracket like this one, because you only get one shot, you only get one chance. Spartan so far proven, and not only are they a good regular season team, but in playoffs their play style seems to work really well. It's such a confident play, and something that is very tough to replicate for many teams at this level, and that Spartan Vipers have done quite effortlessly, as this match has proven. They're aggressive, they're confident, they're eager, and that is a ton of quality traits that really that not only excel just in general in Rocket League, but also just do even better in playoffs, where teams generally start to become more nervous. That eagerness is really going to be something that is a mark of a winning team, and is consistently a mark of teams that win tournaments. First minute's come and gone, though. No goals so far from Spartan Vipers. That's a different case than we saw in the last 2 games, although it will not be much longer before they get their goal here. It takes them 66 seconds. And Chaotic, left one-on-one, finds that left side of the goal, and, well, again, Torrent Pulse off to a very slow, very poor start. Given that first goal to Spartan Vipers, ever since game 1, they have not been able to score first any of the games since then. It's been another facet to this team so far. Terrible circumstances in this quarterfinals. As they ran into each other here, it'll be a little bit of free room for I2S Chaotic. Off the back wall, they can actually get this one, and they will, and make it 2-0. Well, a concerning series of events here for Torrent Pulse. Spartan Vipers will continue to make it worse and worse for them. Point now in need of a 2-goal comeback just to give themselves a chance, and hey, they've got a good start. It will be Humorless Clown, who's probably been their best attacker so far tonight, jumping in, beating but not only 1 but 2 players of the Vipers to that play. 1 goal back in, but Torrent still a long way to go from being able to fully prove that they're back in this thing. Even a close win in this game won't exactly convince a lot of people that this Torrent Pulse team is really back in it. Considering, again, the kind of performance that we've seen from the Vipers here, we know it's consistent. And Torrent Pulse, again, if they can't find ways to really find weaknesses in this Vipers, no matter how close of a win it is, no matter what kind of win they have, they cannot find weaknesses. They are going to have a very tough time being able to consistently beat them with the way that they're playing right now. As Go Next will play to the corner. Well, I think I was looking for the pass there to DJ Caleb, but instead find I2S Chaotic. Hit away by Josera as Caleb. It'll be punched back as Josera once more. Go Next. Scrubbex. DJ Caleb back off the side will be sent down the field by Go Next. And he'll even follow as well off the back wall. It's I2S Chaotic, and it is kept wide for now. As a little bit of a passing play downfield. Won't get very far though. Waiting in the midfield is Go Next, and they'll beat 2. It's an open net for Chaotic, and it is 3-1. And not only does that hurt, it's a disconnect as well, I think, from Clown there, who stopped moving in the corner. That'll aid the Spartan Vipers. Our Bulls have made no indications they would like a pause as well, so we'll keep on moving here. The Vipers will look midfield. Will be Scrubix to Caleb. Off the back will be looking to set up Chaotic. As it's kept away, Go Next. Looking for Chaotic. Back to DJ Caleb, and it's Scrubix. To the side. That one still has not moved yet, but that's a good shot for Scrubix! They caught the Vipers on an overcommit! And as I say, that's one thing that I've recognized out of the Vipers, that they are a team that will overcommit for a lot of challenges. That's something that Torrent Pulse have yet to really understand. That goal might help them, but they're still a long way away from fully recognizing and fully taking advantage of this sort of part of the Spartan Vipers play. Let's go next. Scrubix. As I2S Chaotic will find Caleb and make it 4-2. And for Torrent Pulse, you gotta feel for them here down. Only playing with 2 players at this point. So tough to get back into any game. You don't have your full roster competing. I mean, they're still battling, credit to them, but with Clown finally reconnecting, they've only got 60 seconds now to find 2 goals in the rest of regulation. Time's running out. Their chances are running out. They need some real help here. They need to be desperate for anything that can come their way. Well, Spartan Vipers will take this series, advance to the semifinals, and have a match against Solus Path next week. To the corner. Sent away by Chaotic. Clear down the field as well. 30 seconds to go, but at this point, time is running out for the Vipers. Sorry, is running out for Pulse. Vipers, though, are just adding another one. 5-2. And it's only seemingly gotten worse. At this point, I have to think that at this point, if you're Torrent Pulse, you're probably giving up on any chances of coming back in this thing. And to be fair, I don't blame them all too much. Always extremely difficult to keep that confidence high, especially when Spartan Vipers are continuously scoring on you like this. But that'll end this game, this series, and the tournament for Torrent Pulse. Spartan Vipers advance to the semifinals, so they'll win in the rematch. And unfortunately, short end for Torrent Pulse. That'll, well, mark the continuation of playoffs, though, so strong for Spartan Vipers, definitely the kind of performance that they want. Semifinals up next for them will be against SP Multiverse next week. So a 4-0 sweep and a pretty solid win for Spartan Vipers. After their somewhat slow start in Game 1, it didn't really feel too competitive after that. And I mean, realistically, if you are this Vipers team. That's exactly what you want this first match to me. You want it to be more of a warm-up. You want it to be more of a bit of a practice. So, good on them. That is a massive victory, and really a big win, and really a stepping stone towards the rest of this tournament. They're looking to take wins here, to take this championship. For now, they've done pretty well for themselves. As while we are waiting a little bit longer, thank you for the follows, by the way, Go Next, and Draco. And thank you for the sub, by the way, Go Next. Just saw that jump in. Thank you so much for the sub there. It means a lot to me. Congrats as well on your win. We're gonna get an interview here with the Vipers in just a moment. And we'll get them to join us in just a minute here to hopefully chat about how their match has been ongoing. And really how they feel about the rest of the split back, because again, it's not over yet with a win here for the Vipers. Again, it's only just begun. But again, for now, that is really the only match of the night that we have had, as we'll get some players join us in just a minute. But yeah, that's a solid performance here for Spartan. I think teams should definitely be concerned about how this team is going to perform for the rest of this tournament, because this team looks good. They are confident. They've got a really good playoffs playstyle. Like seriously, that playstyle is one that's made for playoffs. So I'm excited to see how things are going to continue for them. As joining us here will be Chaotic of Spartan Vipers. Welcome in. Congrats on your win here. You're one step closer to winning that championship at 4-0 sweep. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm trying to get everybody in here, but they're having issues joining.
I mean, if they don't wish to, if they can't join or don't wish to join, it's not a big deal. At least you're here, so you can talk on behalf of all of them, as well. But you looked good. Your team looks solid. I mean, it was 6-1 to the regular season. So often we see teams that do well in the regular season oftentimes struggle a bit early in playoffs. I don't know if the start of game one was like that for you guys, or if it was just a bit of a slow start, a bit of a struggle, a kind of a sluggish start, maybe trying to get used to playoffs themselves. But after the start of game one, you guys really seemed to kick things into gear. What was the start of that game one? Was it a bit of a sluggishness of getting into a series, or was it more so that, a bit of nervousness going into playoffs?
I think it was just sluggish going into the series. I think we adapted really well after we saw what was going on, how they were playing. We then adjusted our playstyle, I feel like, to better combat that. We noticed what they were doing. We started adjusting what we can do to get better scoring opportunities and have better rotations.
Well, you definitely have found ways to advance further here. DJ Caleb, you beat this team 3-1 in the regular season after this many weeks of not having had to play against them, this many weeks of kind of having that behind you. Did that win back in week one help you guys here, or do you feel like this was a completely different Torrent Pulse team than what you saw, what was essentially 7 weeks ago?
I'd say in that first game there, I would say they were playing. I would say we had to get used to it. I think they changed up a little bit, because at the first game, like you said, we were maybe a little bit sluggish. Me personally, had to calm the nerves. But I think eventually, after that first game, we kind of learned their new play style, and then I think we kind of started to maybe force some errors out of their play style, and then from there we just were able to take control. So yeah, I think there was a little bit of stuff that came out near the end of that game that we saw in that first game against them at the start of the season.
Yeah, you guys look solid. You guys played the way you wanted to. Go Next. I know at the end of the series, one of the first comments that Torrent Pulse team said is that they would be surprised if this team didn't win the championship. Go Next. What's the kind of mentality that this team has going into playoffs here? Not only do you have a great regular season, but of course, you guys are a team that I think can win championships. What's the mentality like in this team right now, coming in the playoffs? What's the team atmosphere like, getting into what is essentially the most important matches of the season?
Well, the next important match is against Draco's team, and just having the mentality of taking it one game at a time till hopefully we win championship is the best way I can pronounce how this team is mentally, is taking it one game at a time.
well, you're one step closer now. Your semifinals will be against Solus Path Multiverse. That's going to be a very promising matchup. That seems pretty solid as well. But for now, you guys have taken your down the quarterfinals. You're continuing your run through. So congrats on your win. Before you go, though, let's get some quick titles here. We'll start with DJ Caleb. Do you have any last things you want to say to anybody out there watching? Do you have any fans watching? Any people that you want to mention specifically?
Dude, shout out to my parents. Yeah, bro. Shout out to all my fans at Spartan, bro. They definitely exist.
Something tells me you're
Yeah.
being very sarcastic with both those comments.
No, I got so many fans, especially my teammates, bro. On a wholesome note, my teammates, the best fans. All right, shout out to my teammates.
We'll move to someone's joining in. Is there a fourth person? Someone's accidentally spiked the mic here. Go next if you're not the one who just had someone walk into your room. Do you have anything that you want to say? Any shoutouts? Any final messages?
Good luck, Draco, next week. That's all I got to say.
Of course, and we'll end things off here with Chaotic. Do you have any comments that you wish to make here to end off what has been a very short but very promising quarterfinals and a very good sign for the rest of your final bracket?
Shout out to Sleepy, our coach. He makes sure that our mentor's there, that we're locked in, that we're calming. Shout out to Bones for also like gassing us up. Today he was MVC with us, watching the stream, gassing us up whenever he could. Shout out to Spartan Esports, W organization. And then yeah, I'm looking forward to facing Draco. That's our only loss of the season. We lost to them 2-3, so I think next week will be a fun week.
Definitely will be as well. It'll be fun for everyone else who is watching. But for now, congrats on your win here, Chaotic, DJ Caleb, and Go Next. Congrats on your win. Good luck in the semifinals when you get there, as well when you play it. For now, have a good night and enjoy the victory. We'll hopefully see you again very soon.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And that was Chaotic there with DJ Caleb and Go Next Day for O Sweep as well. Congrats to them. Again, they look very promising here, going up against SP Multiverse next week. But that's it for us. A very short stream. Apologies for all of you if you want to see something a little bit longer. Sometimes matches just end quickly. But for now, have an amazing rest of your night. Thank you all so much for joining. Congrats to Spartan on their win. The Vipers played very well, but that is it for all of us. Take care. Have an amazing rest of your night.